December 29, 1972. John F. Kennedy Airport, New York. It was past 9 p.m. Eastern Airlines Flight 401 was preparing for takeoff to Miami. There were 176 souls on board. In the cockpit sat three highly experienced crew members. Captain Bob Loft, over 30 years of flying under his belt, a man of calm and control. First Officer Albert Stockstill, young, sharp, and promising. Flight Engineer Don Repo, quiet, dedicated, and strangely attached to his aircraft. The plane was a Lockheed L-1011 TriStar, one of the most advanced and luxurious jets of its time. Everything was going smoothly, until it wasn't. As Flight 401 approached Miami, the crew prepared for landing, but then, a warning light failed to illuminate the nose landing gear indicator. It could have meant two things. Either the landing gear hadn't deployed, or the bulb itself was faulty. The three men grew deeply focused, trying to fix the issue. They turned on the autopilot, started removing panels, searching for a broken bulb. No one noticed the plane was slowly descending. No one looked out the window. Then suddenly a jolt, a rumble, a scream of twisted metal. Flight 401 crashed into the dark swamps of the Florida Everglades. It was pitch black, no lights, no roads, no help. The crash killed 101 people, including passengers and crew. Captain Loft and Officer Stockstill died instantly. Don Repo survived the initial crash, but passed away later in the hospital. Some deaths were brutal, some beyond words. One survivor later claimed, "Greater than I saw a pilot trying to help us. But later, I was told he had died that night." But the real horror was just beginning. Eastern Airlines salvaged undamaged parts from Flight 401 and used them in other planes. That's when the strange reports started coming in. One day, a flight attendant saw a mysterious man sitting quietly in first class. He was wearing a pilot's uniform. When she approached to ask for his ID, he vanished right before her eyes. Later, when she saw photos, she screamed it was Captain Bob Loft. In another case, a flight engineer was performing a routine pre-flight check. He suddenly heard a voice from behind say, "Greater than check it again. There's a problem." Startled, he turned, but no one was there. Still, he rechecked and found a hidden electrical fault that could have caused a disaster. Weeks later, he recognized that voice. It was Don Repo. Passengers claimed they saw a pilot standing by the lavatory, his stare ice-cold, his eyes unblinking. A flight crew member once reported seeing an engineer in the galley. She greeted him, but he said nothing, and then dissolved, like fog in sunlight. Some described a sudden chill running through the cabin, lights flickering on their own. A whisper, soft but chilling. "Greater than I couldn't save them all." Word spread. Crew members refused to fly planes with 401's parts. Flights were delayed. Cabin staff broke down in tears. Pilots cancelled assignments. Eventually, Eastern Airlines removed every salvaged part from every aircraft. And just like that, the hauntings stopped. Today, the legend of Flight 401 lives on. Survivors still remember the faces, still recall the hands that helped them escape. And they say, "Greater than." They didn't return to haunt us. They came back to help. Maybe their souls couldn't rest until they completed what they had started. What do you believe? Science can explain a lot. But when it ends, does something else begin? Did the crew of Flight 401 truly come back? Or were these just echoes of grief, flickers of guilt? You decide. This is history's hidden vault, where real events meet the unexplained, where memory, mystery, and the paranormal collide. Subscribe for more true ghost stories, lost histories, and the darkest secrets the world forgot, because the past is never really past.